Hey guys, and welcome to KoldTurkey. You're here in my living room tonight. I'm going to watch a video about tough sentences in America and the reactions of the inmates when they get these very long sentences. I believe everyone on the video tonight got a life sentence, and I haven't seen this yet, so let's jump into it.
This first video shows two women collapsing to the ground after reacting to their life sentences. Even though they are 100% deserving of what was coming to them. These two women were convicted for the death of a 3-year-old girl. They were guilty of beating the toddler to the point of death. So if that isn't worth a life sentence, I'm not sure what is.
The State Department of Corrections for a period of life. You will get credit for any of the time.
Wow. Well, it's no fun. It's a life sentence, but I mean, that's a very heavy crime. Killing a child. I don't know what the circumstances or anything were, but man, more than one family is devastated there.
The team was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for beating an elderly woman to death after burglarizing her house. He has also been accused before of sexually assaulting his sister and many other people. But instead of acting all emotional, he acts extremely calmly to this punishment, probably a little bit too comfortably, as he is seen actually falling asleep, not once, but twice during his sentencing.
With a chuckle, a laugh, and yawn after yawn, David Moses acted strangely at his sentencing this morning, appearing to fall asleep in his chair, not once, but twice, suffered physical, verbal, and emotional abuse growing up, leading to a lengthy criminal history, including sexually assaulting his sister, then a developmentally disabled cousin, and 7 other children while he was in a group home. While Sessions' family said they hope to one day see her again in heaven.
This next defendant lashes out.
Man, I know. I mean, the guy, he had a really tough upbringing, but I know plenty of people brought up in industrial homes and schools and that didn't go on to do that sort of evil, depraved thing. I'm not saying it doesn't affect the psyche of a young person when they've been abused, but turning them into rapists of children, no, he gets his life sentence. You cannot hurt our kids.
After he has been accused of torturing and murdering a 4-year-old with accusations of putting the child in an ice-cold bath with freezing cold water and beating the toddler before brutally murdering the young child. The defendant then tries to fight his restraints in a stupid attempt to actually attack the judge for mentioning all of these accusations, but the guards hold him back, obviously.
The bruises, some of the bruises were in the shape of a belt buckle. I'm gonna let you sit here and say no crazy shit about me, man. No, man, because he just talk. He's saying shit he don't even know.
Let's give this to her no more airtime. You know, I mean, with his reaction, you can see he's just let it play through.
He's saying shit he don't even know, man.
Sir, the testimony showed that you put this child and another child in a shower with ice cold water. Anybody says anything back there?
Where's he going to go when he pulls away from the guard? Like, he's shackled, he's handcuffed, and there's another 2 big guards right there, 3, right there, ready to pounce on him. What's he doing? Who's he struggling from? Look, another guy coming in here. Yeah.
This next defendant set up a meet online in a dating app which led to a robbery and the unfortunate death of the victim involved. It's obvious this girl was way in over her head, but the law is the law, and she will have to serve the time for this crime that ended in a young man's death. Her reaction shows the girl calling for her mother, and her mother literally breaking down in tears after her daughter is ultimately convicted and given a life sentence.
Bleeding to do it. Bleeding. Maybe she's seen this for 20 years. Oh, dear. I think a young girl, she was the driver in the car, or a passenger in the car when the robbery was going on where a man was killed. And you know what, she looks like a type of girl, just a vulnerable young girl, maybe picked up with some kind of tough guy that was, did some robbery or something, and she was with him. And what do you do? It's your guy, you know him, he does that. Like, I don't know the facts of the case, but I know of people that have been in a similar position. But they don't mess around in America. The girl's gone for 20 years, and her mother, you could hear the pain in her mother's voice. And then there's the guy that died. You know, how much of a responsibility does she bear? Anyway.
Meet Jaleel Hoskins, the man that killed a mother of 5 and disposed of her body in a trash can. When Jaleel's sentence was announced, he throws the podium to the floor and has to be muscled out of the room in a chokehold position. His mother can also be heard saying she loves her son, despite the disgusting crime that he has actually committed and is guilty of.
Wow, you know, no matter what a person does, the mother would still love them, and that's understandable. That's understandable. I mean, well, it depends as well, doesn't it, really? Everyone has to have their line, or even they would disown their children, depending on what they might do. I'm just pondering that now. And I'm trying to think, what would my daughter have to do for me to disown her? Man, it would have to be bad. I suppose hurting kids, I would find that very difficult to come to terms with. But something like this girl, getting involved with the wrong crowd, ending up a stupid night, my God, I hope that never happens. But yeah, maybe that's within the forgivable range, of course. But oh God willing, that none of mine or even you guys are listening to this, none of you ever take a life because it's irredeemable. How do you pay that back? I mean, you can do your prison sentence, but what about your conscience? What about when you sleep at night?
In an attempted robbery, the single bullet that killed the 43-year-old family man also cost Jekyll his life. He says in the video that he is ready for his punishment and apologizes to the mother for breaking her heart, and is ready to serve the punishment that he deserves. This millionaire defendant might...
There's a young man took it on the chin. He said, I'm sorry, I'm truly sorry. He'd already been sentenced to life. And he said, I'm sorry for what I did. You know, yeah, it's too late. He had his sentence, but I don't know. At least maybe in 20 years, 25 years, he might put in an appeal to have a review, and they may look back, see he's sorry if he goes to prison and does some courses, and think, you know, maybe there's redemption just because he said sorry. Maybe there is. Maybe there is.
Marin dies after his guilty verdict. When the judge hands him his life sentence, he appears to cover his face and swallow something. Moments afterwards, he dies on the courtroom floor. The autopsy later shows that Michael poisoned himself, as he would rather die then serve a life sentence in prison.
These were the final minutes of Michael Marin's story and life. How he got here is a tragic and bizarre tale. But before we tell this story, remember this moment. After being found guilty of arson and now facing up to 21 years in prison, Marin covers his face and appears to swallow something. Swallow again. But 8 minutes later, Marin starts convulsing and collapses.
Wow.
Even though it's not been officially determined what killed Michael Marin, it's believed Marin swallowed some type of hook.
This teenage...
Wow. Dude would rather, he faces up to 21 years for arson, but he would rather take his own life than have a living experience where he might spend 10, 11 years in jail and get probation. He's a billionaire businessman. 10 years in jail, he could change his whole life. He could, you know, it didn't have to be death, but he killed himself. He would rather die than go to jail. And anyway, up to 21 years, he could have got 5 years. And then he could have got probation. I don't know. Was he shamed? What was the arson about? Yeah, I could look into all that, but I don't have the time for it. That was just me checking through a video tonight. We got another, I'm going to watch another one or two. And we'll watch this one, the last one.
known as Austin Shymaker, murdered his girlfriend's little boy after brutally beating him. In the court, he starts crying and controversially starts apologising and saying that he didn't mean to hurt the young boy. A lot of people believe he did this to try and shorten his sentence, which didn't work, as he is now serving a life sentence behind bars. I will give my life for
Oh, you just did. You just did give your life for Austin. God bless him.
Loved him a lot. I didn't mean to kill Austin. I really didn't. I really think I did. I didn't mean to hurt him. I wish I could. I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot. Austin Smith.
Ooh. I don't like this kid. I don't know what it is. I don't like him. He's a sniveling little git.
Was completely defenseless. That's a given.
Yeah.
But there were other dynamics at work there, including my client's inability to even control his anger or frustration, and his inexperience in babysitting. Based on his...
Did you hear that? My client's inability to control his anger and his inexperience with babysitting. Oh, Jesus. That's his excuse.
Short life what is to say he won't do this again? Oh, we don't know that.
Oh, shit. No, I thought it was going to be something like he dropped the kid or he shook it in a moment of anger or something, but he killed this little boy and he has anger issues. I didn't mean to kill you. Yeah, okay? Ooh.
Completely unlikely. It was a situational, circumstantial thing. I am a 16-year-old blonde. Probably all I have to do is cry in front of the jury, and they're going to feel sorry for me.
Afterwards, Shoemaker was sentenced to 25 years to life behind bars.
TJ Lane.
Wow, that's enough of that. On TJ Lane, he just sits there with killer on his shirt. Because I've seen that particular clip before. So guys, yeah, I was just watching this. It's my night off. I was just having something to eat and a cup of tea, and I was somebody sent me this video. Asked me to do a reaction video too. Hey guys, yeah, I just shortened the clip there. Sorry about that. I'm tired and I just was watching the video, and thanks for watching it with me. We'll be on live as soon as I get the Wi-Fi in the salon. At the moment, I don't trust the data on the phone to be strong enough in the underground salon studio to have a good enough signal to be able to do the live broadcasts, because I tried it out and it kept breaking up. So I gotta wait till the Wi-Fi is in, and that'll be in a couple of weeks. But hey, as soon as it's done, I can't wait to go live and interact with my subs. So guys, just have a peaceful evening. Okay, so this is KoldTurkey. This is Polly T. Peace out.